Should I even ask what's going on with you this time?
Jimmy, I'm here to protect you. I know this place is haunted. Let me deal with it.
Whatever makes you happy. You're done?
I'm done. 50,000 rupees, please.
What?
Well, you better pay.
Or what else?
Well, I can reverse all of this, you know?
Oh, you're the Charlatan-Meister now. Let's get started. Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage.
And I'm Deniz, the Buddymeister.
And it's our ongoing pleasure to review one Indian movie each week. And with the one today, we conclude this year's trip into the depth of Indian horror cinema and genre movies.
The final entry this year is the 2014 Tamil horror movie Pisasu, directed by Myshkin, starring Naga and Prayaga Martin. A movie that we wanted to watch for a long time now.
And that has been recommended several times too.
Yes, and what can go wrong with a movie that starts with a dying person? First frame, woman dying.
The answer is not much, because Pisasu is its own unique kind of horror movie. It has supernatural elements and it's quite creepy at times, but at its core it's also a very sad, melancholic film carried by a lot of beautiful flowing camera shots and a haunting score by Errol Corelli.
Perfect summary.
There's more.
Go on.
The story of Pisasu and the take on it is different from any other haunting ghost movie. Siddharth, our protagonist, experiences paranormal occurrences in his flat after the death of a girl who he tried to save after she got hit by a car. It takes quite some time until he finds out what a ghost is really trying to do. It's a really fresh and new approach, and I thoroughly enjoyed the film.
I did too. That first frame and the whole intro with the attempted rescue of the woman, and that in connection with the following song, Nadi Pogum Kosangal Payanam, is fabulous.
The style and content come together beautifully because our protagonist Siddharth is a violinist, which we learn through that song. He makes music that's associated with deeper and very thoughtful feelings and moods. And it's the beginning of his grief about a dying young woman, which seems to be omnipresent. It's a constant companion.
It's the anchor that makes the movie, and through the music, the cinematography, and the editing, Pisasu is able to create this unsettling and very strange atmosphere. It's very absorbing, not the scariest one in my mind, but it's still gripping.
It is a very peculiar atmosphere, yes. Normally you would expect such a haunting ghost story to take place in a creepy old mansion, a place that's filled with shadows, cobwebs and creaking wooden doors. But that's not Pisasu at all. Everything here is clean, almost sterile. The story takes place in a modern apartment complex and our protagonist's flat is wide and open.
And it's slow and calm and unfolding in an almost passionate way, which fits the story so much. And it's sincere with its characters and their conflicts. There are great scenes between different characters, between Siddharth and the victim's father, and between the ghost and her father. I love that one. And as we said before, everything is embedded in a well thought out presentation.
Everything kinda flows into another thing. The music and the positioning of the camera, the angles, the movements. It's what I adored most about the film. You said it is passionate and poetic.
And it's also funny.
Yes, sad, creepy, and weirdly funny as well. And not in a goofy kind of way. It's the way the film is staged, the way characters react to certain things. Especially in the scene where Siddharth and his friends are visited by some kind of ghostbuster or medium. That medium, as well as her assistant, are really accentuated, but the film plays it very serious, and I think that juxtaposition creates some truly funny moments.
I have to say though that something was missing for me, or maybe it was the focus that was missing sometimes. Like with Siddharth's friends, or this annoying guy who just hangs around in front of their building stealing money. Also the stuff with his mother, I just think that we maybe wouldn't have needed that many characters, you know? Tone it down to the essentials.
Yeah, I know, especially Siddharth's friends. They are kind of underwritten. They are with him quite often, but I don't think I can say anything at all about them, to be honest. I also thought that the reveal at the end was a bit contrived. Let's make it spoilers from here on out. The whole green/red thing with the driver of the cab who only now realizes that he's colorblind? I don't think that's very plausible. Anyway, I love the design and the ghost effects in general. At first it is very reminiscent of just any other haunting girl ghost with long black hair movie, but I think they change it enough to make it stand out. It has this very otherworldly, very weightless feeling.
Totally. I thought those scenes where we only get a glimpse of her, where we only catch her sight for a split second and then she's gone again, were fantastic.
Yeah, and in contrast to you, I thought that it was quite scary at times with very effective jump scares, for example.
Well, I never said that it wasn't scary. I was talking about the atmosphere in general, but you're right. There are great horror scenes in Pisasu, like the one with the violent wife-beating neighbor.
It's a strange little awesome movie.
It is, and I love the ending, not so much that Siddharth realizes that he was the one who hit the woman, that's fine, and maybe one might have also expected that, but the actual showdown with the father and the ghost and the burning car, wonderful. It's kinda epic and it makes Pisasu a very romantic movie too.
I think that Siddharth turns out to be the one responsible for her death fits the story well and adds a little but important message to the film, a little bit similar to U-Turn. Please just don't use your phone while driving.
Please just don't use your phone while driving.
Pisasu is a fantastic and fresh little Horror-Mystery-Geister-Romance. How would we say it in German, buddy?
Pisasu ist eine fantastische und frische kleine Horror-Mystery-Geister-Romanze, die vor allem durch eine eigenartige Atmosphäre und die durchdachte, poetische Inszenierung glänzt.
I give Pisasu 8 out of 10. It's more like 7.7, but I don't do that.
For me, it's 7 out of 10. It's more like 7.3, but I don't do that either. You know what? We forgot to talk about the best thing of Pisasu.
And what is that?
Siddharth's hairstyle.
Yeah, now that I think of his hair, maybe I need to consider lowering my rating a little bit.
Well, then we better finish this quickly. Where can people find you, Jimmy?
Well, you can hit me up on Twitter, Instagram and Letterboxd simply at The Jimmy Cage.
And you can hit me up on Twitter at the Buddymeister.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like. And make sure you hit that bell for all we have to tell.